Welcome to the Listening to the Earth podcast. My name is Charlotte Dufour, and today I have the pleasure of being with Musonda Mumba from the United Nations Environment Programme.
I grew up in northern Zambia in a rural town called Mansa. And so I remember just, hanging out with my twin sister and my grandmother, and she would, take us to different places around the town. And I remember just one time her pointing at the sky and saying, "Can you see the swallows?" And this was in October. It was a hot day. It must have been like 30 degrees centigrade. And she's like, "Can you see the swallows?" And I was like, "Yes, we can see the swallows." And she goes, "And when you see the swallows, that means that the rain's about to come and they should be arriving within the next 2 days." And I thought, oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think much about it. I was just a 12-year-old. And then I realized much later in life that actually nature speaks to us. Nature tells us, connects us, and gives us the signals and the messages. And so in my work, so people need to connect to see that you're part of nature. You are nature, but also you're part of a solution to make sure that this space thrives. And having a moment of humility to say, wow, okay. And that's what I realized when I climbed Rwenzori. But I was there thinking, we're so small in the scheme of things as humans, and yet the impact we've had on the planet is insurmountable, unprecedented. And I think this is where, coming full circle with COVID-19, I think the earth was just like, come on, stop, just stop. You just need a moment to breathe, and you need a moment to realize and a moment to reflect. To some extent, I feel that there's an arrogance of us as, policy people who've kind of maybe detached or disconnected from really talking about the elements of the work that we do, and also listening into the indigenous peoples, because traditional and indigenous and local people live in this environment. So they're seeing signs. They're like, "Oh, we don't see bees anymore. We don't see that bird anymore. We don't." So how do we then listen to that voice? How do we listen to those voices and say, "You don't see bees anymore? When did you stop seeing them?" And then framing that into agriculture policies, for example, or environmental policies or land management policies. And if it's agriculture policy.